With something high caffeine, you can try Chinto drink, also called as glass jelly drink. This drink you can drink with coconut or milk or syrup. And the dessert that we recommend for you is the Kue, our cute bite-sized sweet with various shape and flavor. If you want to eat this for longevity, you can peel it up and eat layer by layers. And Singapore is not a cheap place to live, but it's a very pocket-friendly place to eat. And one fact you have to know about Singapore that tipping is not a custom. Most places in Singapore just includes 10% charge. But if you don't know this custom, so you will be intimidated. The next part we're going to talk about is celebration and festival. In Singapore, many races live. The Chinese, Indian, Malays, and Uyghurs. So that's why the celebration and festival in Singapore are influenced by a lot of countries celebrating all around the years. The first one we were very familiar with is Chinese New Year's. This is one of the most popular Chinese festivals in Singapore, and entire Chinatown comes together for a fortnight every year in the middle of January and celebrate what is also known as the Lunar New Year. In our country, Lunar New Year is very familiar to us. We can try our new clothes or lucky money from adults. The next one is Dragon Boat Festival. In this festival, all the competitors are sitting on a dragon boat and compete to see who is the winner in this festival. It's known as Duan Yu Festival. Dragon Boat Festival is one of the popular culture festivals in Singapore. The next one is Buddhist Resort Day. This is the day that all the religions gather each other together to pray for a time of joy, to pray for peace for the family. And last but not least, is very important, is National Day Parade. It celebrates on the 9th of August, just like our country has the 2nd of September for the Independent Days. The next part of the third part we're going to talk about is arts, music, literature, and sports. From the past history to the present, the arts of Singapore are influenced by the artists from the Chinese and Indian subcontinents. So as you can see here on some of the picture, the painting and calligraphy from the Chinese artists. The music in Singapore is ranged from pop and rock to folk to classical. If you want to listening to these beautiful music, you can come to Singapore to listening to the theater or the opera music. The next one is about sports. When you come to Singapore, when you talk about sport in Singapore, everyone knows that Singapore is popular for indoor and water sports. If you want to try these sports, come to Singapore's Creation Club, and then you can try to play some this indoor sport or water sports. Literature in Singapore also called Singlets, and is influenced by the multiracial culture nature in the country. The last part I want to share with you is the place of attraction in Singapore. Here are some of the modern looking buildings in Singapore. As you can see, this Esplanade Opera, at Siam Music, Marina Bay, Orchard Road. Orchard Road is a very popular shopping road in Singapore. Every visitor or every traveler come to Singapore has to go onto this shopping road to shopping some of the things that you need. It's very popular in Singapore. And this is Marina Bay Sand. This is one of the statues that everyone knows about Singapore. And the most one is Merlion Park. This is the statue of a mermaid and a lion combine each other to make a statue of Singapore. And that's all I want to present for you. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Thank you.
Congratulations on having finished your presentation. I have a question. So, why do you choose Singapore? Why did you like it?
As you know that I am the type of person that intellectual curiosity. I like to learn new things. So before this presentation, the only thing I know about Singapore is just the Merlion Park, and it's just a small country in Southeast Asia named Malaysia. There's nothing special about this, but after this presentation, after this competition, I've learned a lot about its culture. You can see that cuisine or place of attraction. Anything of this have a lot of different countries gather each other in this country because many races live in Singapore. And I think that this is the favorite thing I think about Singapore.
So, one more question. If you have a chance to live and work in Singapore, would you choose to live there? Explains your answer.
I think I would choose to live here because my dream job is about tourist guide. I think it will give me a chance to come to Singapore. And the Singapore, as you guys know, that many races live, I can work my job as there in Singapore. And everyone knows that Singaporeans have a lot of culture or a lot of place attraction. I can introduce to my tourists, I can be introduced to everyone that this is the place that I like and this is a lot of culture in Singapore.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, the next